In our Sunrise Smart Start, 2 people are dead this morning after 2 separate murders in Rochester last night, just hours apart.
First, a shooting on Congress Avenue and Pioneer Street. Jatira Marsh joining us now from the newsroom this morning with what we know so far. Jatira.
Allie, Amel, police are still investigating this murder, but here's what we do know. About 8:30 last night, police were called to Congress near Pioneer Street for the report of a car that crashed into a tree. Police say at some point shots were fired into the car, either while it was in motion or after it crashed. The driver, a man in his 40s, was found suffering from a gunshot wound and was pronounced dead on the scene. A female in her 20s was in the passenger seat and was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. There was also a 10-year-old child in the back of the car, but he was not injured. Captain Frank Umbrino with RPD says the murders are getting to be so bad in the city. The exact number of deaths this year is something he just doesn't know offhand.
You know, honestly, I lost track. I can't give you a number. I'd have to look it up. You know, it's heartbreaking for the families. It's heartbreaking for the community. Like I've said in the past, the vast majority of people in Rochester are great people, hardworking people, just trying to do the right thing, provide for their families, and raise their children the right way. Unfortunately, we have a small segment of the community that has no regard for human life, has no regard for property, and quite simply, you know, lacks the moral fabric to exist.
As police continue to investigate, we're told no suspects are in custody, and anyone with information should call 911. In the newsroom, Jatira Marsh, News 8.
Jatira, thank you. There are also no suspects in custody for the other murder last night. This one, a stabbing. Police tell us the man was dropped off at St. Mary's Medical Campus just before 7 last night after being stabbed multiple times. We're told that the man died before he got to receive any treatment, and officials add the incident initially happened in the area of Angle Street near Lyle Avenue. Police say it likely occurred as a result of an argument.
And new this morning, a 27-year-old Rochester man was hospitalized after being stabbed overnight. Police say the man was brought to Strong Hospital to be treated just after midnight. In their investigation, we're told the stabbing happened in the area of Cunningham and Troop Streets as a result of a fight. He is expected to survive. Meanwhile, a 34-year-old man is recovering after being shot overnight, also happening in Rochester. We're told this happened in the area of Jefferson and Frost Avenues just after 1 this morning. This man is also expected to survive his injuries.
All right, switching gears now, going over to James Gilbert for a look at our forecast today. James, beautiful day for a bike ride, but might need a little sweatshirt on.
Yeah, sure, certainly. It is pretty nice with temperatures in the 50s right now. A little bit cooler. Maybe you want to wear something that could keep you a little bit on the warm side, or just bike fast, right? Get that heart rate up. As we do have a slight chill in the air. Watch out for some patchy fog in the Finger Lakes, especially in those valley spots. Tonight, temperatures this afternoon getting to the low 80s. We'll take a look at the 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Allie.
All right, James, thank you. Taking a look at the roads one more time. An accident still in East Rochester. We're looking at that on Marsh Road at Fairport Road. That's Route 31F. Otherwise, things are clear out there this morning. In some developing news to the James Krausneck's trial, where we're learning more from Kathy Krausneck's side of the family, why they believe James is guilty of murder. Now, to recap, Kathy was found dead with an axe to her head back in 1982. Her husband, James, is accused of committing that act. In court yesterday, powerful words from Kathy's sister, Annette Schlosser. She says, "I fell to my knees when I heard what happened, and life has never been the same since." She does believe James committed that murder. The motive, she says, has everything to do with an unfinished PhD.
My sister Kathy was all about education. She was all about social status. She wanted the best for her and her family, and we believe that when she found out Jim didn't get her PhD, he was confronted, and I think you can take the rest from there.
We think it's irrelevant. It's a distraction. It has nothing to do with this case.
More than 30 witnesses are expected to testify over the course of that month-long trial. The Krausneck's daughter, Sarah, will not be testifying. Instead, the court will use a verbal statement she provided as a child.
In another major story, Queen Elizabeth II has died at the age of 96. This after she was under medical supervision yesterday at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. After a twist of fate thrusted her into the crown as a child, she spent an unprecedented 70 years on the throne, making her the longest reigning monarch in British history.
Shifting gears now to the school year ahead of us. With more disruption seen in some school settings, New York State United Teachers, the state teachers union, spent time this summer, developing a school safety plan. Union members tell us it's more than being prepared in an emergency, but also addressing the day-to-day, meeting students' needs, taking a look at staffing levels, and strengthening communication to help provide solutions ahead of any possible threats.
Schools often work in isolation around some of these topics, where we know that if we join together with local law enforcement, with mental health supports in our community, with parents and groups, that we can all function better and ultimately students are better served.
Union board members formed a task force this summer outlining the safety plans for schools addressing classroom disruptions and instances of violence. Some of those involved in the report say they'd like to see stronger connections with community groups, parent-teachers associations, for example, throughout the state. And finally, here's what some people might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. Of course, we couldn't end this broadcast today without the Bills. Out in LA last night, the Bills played their first game of the season against Super Bowl champs, the Rams. If you were up to watch it, you know that it was definitely one for the books. Bills grabbed the win, 31-10. Nice to see them start off the year like that and put those Super Bowl champs
to bed. Right.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, right. See you later. Good luck. Yeah, really not a lot of action in the first half. It was still tied going into halftime, but Bills certainly pulled away. Good to see that there. Go Bills. So that was the NFL. We've got high school football tonight, and I think it should be great. Friday Night Lights. Love this when weather lines up with some Friday. Now, look, I like the bad weather too, okay? Storms during football games are also very exciting when you get the heavy rain and the snow. So we'll have those games down the line. We just got to wait for those. Let's enjoy the nice weather we've got for today. Mid-80s for your Saturday. Gem there. Sunday, watch out for some rain showers around. We drop temperatures a bit. Best chance, I'd say, for rain is going to be on Monday. Then we'll kind of regulate in the mid-70s. Weekend plans for you two?
We are going to New York City together. Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
We're excited. Yes.
It's going to be fun. Weather should be great in the Big Apple. I hope to see some pictures.
All right. We'll share them with you, James. Thank you so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update is coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is next.